you can often kill a creature.
Alright, so we're back.
Most decks don't run that many creatures, so you can probably
kill
kill
one.
a bunch of them, especially with how many other removal
So if
spells
you
are
can
running.
catch the deck
Cost the
tech,
hammer is
I
pretty
would,
good.
definitely recommend
Normally,
just
if you
going
can
and
get to his
checking them
ultimate,
out.
it'll just straight up
So
win the
you
game,
can,
which is pretty nice
see
because you
what
only
this
have to
deck
plus him
does,
twice.
if you can
And
tell
then
from
on
this
top of
looking,
that, we
like
also have
Skred
Pia
red.
and Kiranar, which Pia and Kiranar hasn't really won too many
So,
games for me. A lot of times it's because of preventing your opponent from winning the game.
kind of
You
hoping
can get down Pia and
combo
Kieran, next turn you can sack one of the Thopters to kill one of their
so this looks
creatures.
like a keeper. We
It just
basically
generates
need
a lot of
singular
value,
win,
and Stormbreath Dragon
and we can
goes along with the free win
right now we
theme
can
as well,
turn
because you can
blood
play it against the white
regardless,
deck, and
which
it doesn't
could
die to
just
Path to
win us the
Exile, it
game.
doesn't die to Fatal
If not,
Push, it doesn't
all
die to
you
Lightning
need is
Bolt,
a
so
singular
it survives most of the removal in the format.
Play a Koth or a
And then on
Kira
top of that,
depending
we're
on the
playing
deck.
Eternal Scourge, which is very
Only thing we're
difficult
missing
for our
is the
opponents to
interaction.
remove, and if they, let's say,
Unless
we
this
block
is
with it,
burn,
we can always
that'd be fine.
exile it with a Relic of Pretenders on the battlefield, and then we can cast it out again, so it's just
Mm-hmm.
very difficult
Only
for
little
opponents
bit
to
unfortunate
remove,
thing
and
about
it's
this
a
deck
pretty
is
good
since
creature
they
overall.
don't play
And then we're running 4 Mind Stone, which
sometimes
is basically so that we can ramp up to Koth and
No,
Chandra and
so
Pia
this is
on
Aether
turn
Vial. I don't
3,
know what kind of
which
Aether
is just a
Vial it is.
huge
It's green,
tempo play off, and if you can do
but
that, you can just win the game very quickly. Alright, so
also
in
possible
sideboard,
that this,
we're running
Blood
2
Moon
Shattering Sprees to help
so
out
now
our
we're
fat
getting
decks,
down
and
towards the Koth.
it's pretty good against, I guess,
Turn
Affinity, and
Well, let's see what that does here. They
bringing
play
on to
into
destroy an
plan,
Aether
we can also
Vial,
see the
so
line
since we have
of
2 of
Blood
them,
Moon,
we can
but
probably somewhat regularly expect to get it in
see
matches.
if they, like,
And then we're also running
fetch
2
something.
Ratchet Bomb, which helps against tokeny decks.
Or else this would just be mono.
Especially with
green
being
aggro.
able to cycle. The Relic of
Yes.
Generatus cycles on its own, Mind Stone cycles on its own, Magma Jet lets you scry. So you can pretty easily get whatever you want.
Green
Chandra's is card advantage, so it's pretty easy to get the cards that you need.
That's not what I was expecting.
So that's why
Let's
2 of
choose
is
here.
probably, you'll probably get it somewhat consistently. And
choose
then if the
ally.
opponent's playing a lot of
This is
1-drops,
ally
like
deck, so
bringing in a
interesting.
Ratchet Bomb 2, you can get rid of the Noble Hierarchs and
Weird.
all of the
It's definitely
Birds of
not
Paradise
an
is,
ally deck here.
so it's pretty powerful there.
So maybe
We're
this
gonna use Molten
I
Rain
think
to basically kill Tron. If we can destroy one of the
Pia
Tron
and Kieran,
pieces,
yeah,
often
so
that's
that
enough
we
to slow
can
Tron down to
Koth
where we
next
can
turn
close
without
out the
having to
game.
worry about our opponent
Once they
being
get
able to
Tron though,
do it.
and we can't
On
disrupt
top
it,
of
we're
that, I can
probably
take
pretty
down
screwed.
Metallic pretty easily.
Yeah, that is
without
probably
even
one of the
going
worst
to
matchups, which is why we
Pia's
do have 3
abilities.
slots devoted to it. We're
Somewhat
also running
important card
Dragon's
to draw
Claw,
here
which
would
is
be
really good
a,
against
Anger
burn.
of the Gods,
Basically, any
because we
spell
just
they
wait
have,
till
it
they
does
have
1 less
creatures
damage,
down,
and every
just
spell that we
anger them
play
all away.
gains life, which is
Even,
normally enough
even if
just
it
to
kills P
you
and
pretty
Kieran,
much
I'm not so
beat
worried about
red
that. We win the
very,
ball
very,
game,
or
non-tapped
beat
decks.
burn very, very,
Different
very
decks.
consistently with
Ooh, there's
4
one.
Dragon's Claws in from the sideboard. We also have 2 Rebel Master, which
What
is basically, I think that's what you do if you're playing a deck that doesn't have so much
That is not
interaction.
particularly
So
scary.
all of the
Doesn't
removal
die
is
to
kind of
anger,
dead.
which
You
is
just bring in
rather
Goblin Rebel
unfortunate.
Master, and then it's pretty good.
Um,
On top of that, Dismember is just some more removal.
I think I have
To
play
kill
a
bigger
Koth here.
creatures that you won't be able to get with Magma Jet or Skred, and against decks where some of the other cards are not super relevant, like Blood Moon, you could side out Blood Moon, side out Dismembers, maybe a
And I
Ratchet
believe
Bomb or
this is
something like
the
that.
turn.
And yeah, so that's the deck.
So
I'll
against the
want you
one
guys
turn
back
for
for
Mimic,
round
which
1.
is annoying. We'll have to kill
And
Metallic
yeah.
Mimic soon, but I think it's more important to get a Koth out. Well, we have all of the Koths, so shoot, I don't know which land. Gotta stop doing that. Gonna plus on this one. Please don't be something sick. Every time. Every time. Alright, that is really unfortunate. Yeah, that really sucks. So luckily now is, they can't exactly attack anymore, I guess. Kabir Evangel lets them attack through, but they'd have to attack with both, which is okay, I guess. Well, they can't. Yeah, so they don't get protection from the Thopters, so they can't attack them with Metallic Mimic, which means they can't exactly kill Koth here, which I guess is okay. It means that we also can Koth and then play another Koth and untap that land too. There is a Collected Company. So this could mean bad things. Yes, that does mean bad things. Okay. Yeah, this game might be over now. Unless we draw like a Skred off the top, or Chandra Torture Defiance, which will let us kill some of these guys. This
is rather bad. So Hot 3 Blades going up to a 3/4. This one's going up to a 4/4. This one's at 3/4. Yeah, these are all out of Anger the God's range, which is really annoying. And in. Oof. Yeah, I don't think we can win this game here. I probably should have just killed the Metallic. I should have ticked down Koth last turn to sack it to kill the Metallic Mimic. It's weird though, they didn't draw any source of black, which means that they got pretty lucky that they could play the cards that they drew. Looks like Abzan. So I think Blood Moon is still good here. Oh, man, I have to let this one through. They can attack with Metallic Mimic. So the question is, we cannot keep Koth alive next turn, so I see no reason to not let Koth go down to 1, especially when we have some yeah. Okay. Do we want to crack Mind Stone? So the thing is, we can't even attack in with Koth, so I think we just sack Mind Stone to hopefully draw a way out of this. If we draw land, I think we just scoop here. Because we cannot get rid of these creatures. But this is when Dismember could be good too. Huh. I don't know why they're thinking about it. Alright, well, there is a Chandra. If we Chandra here, do we still... Yeah, we have no chance. I don't know what I was hoping for there. Stormbreath Dragon, that would be... It's on top. That card is really good in this matchup. So we need a way to kill them. So I think we want to bring in Ratchet Bomb, bring in Dismember. I think we go down the Magma Jets. Problem is, Magma Jet just is a lot of time, I think, not going to be able to kill any of their creatures, which could be annoying. We need to go down 2 more. Anger for the Gods is still good if we get it out early enough. I don't think Relic has any sort of significance here. I'd still rather having 2 Relics of the Cycle rather than a Magma Jet, because a dead card, like, being able to draw is still pretty useful. Yeah. I think I'm going to keep this just because being able to Anger turn 3 is pretty important. Let's hope they mulligan. They do not. Alright. I'm just going to get down a Relic here. I don't think it's going to do so much in this matchup, but it could. It could very much do some stuff. If they play a Metallic Mimic next turn, I will absolutely Skred it. We do not want them to get that many counters again. Not the Aether Vial. Alright, Aether Vial is an annoying card. I don't see any reason to crack Relic this turn. I think we have most of the things we want in hand. Well, I guess cracking Relic end of turn could be good, because then we could have a 4-drop after playing Anger. If they play a bunch of creatures here, that's kind of the hope. Is they'll play 2 creatures here, and then we can just Anger them away. Or do we want to save the Anger? Huh. If they play a singular creature, I'm going to Skred plus exile. Alright, Champion of the Parish. They play another creature. Alright, what are they putting into play? Huh, so these are both going up to 3/3s. If they play another creature on top of this, so Skred can currently kill both of them, and they already used the Aether Vial, which makes you think that... Huh, so the question is, do we want Anger here? Oh, perfect. Alright, so we're just going to Anger and get rid of all of these now. That may, that seems like a pretty good line here. So I am just going to crack this Relic here. Just so we can, potentially draw into something else. They can't play anything else here. Alright, the Village of Blood Moon, that does absolutely nothing.
So we will just anger here. Alright, yep, so they're down to 3 cards in hand. We have a Skred in hand. Scrying Sheath is okay here if we need to draw into some more gas. I think we're just going to hold it to get rid of some bigger threat. Which hopefully they didn't draw. Alright, well, there's a Windswept Teeth. If they grab a black-white land, or a... Alright, perfect. We're going to Blood Moon next turn, and leave up a red to get rid of anything. Hopefully they don't play anything here that involves black or green, because then we can just turn them off. Yep, they did not. Perfect. They can still Aether Vial stuff in, but this still feels okay. I can get rid of Kabira, Evangel at any time as well. Maybe we should just do that now, before next turn. Or I guess we can always do it in response as well. Yeah, so I think I'm going to Blood Moon plus Skred, depending on what we draw here. Yeah, so we drew another Skred, that's fine. I will Blood Moon. Ooh, that's actually really tough. We can't actually Skred here because they could have another creature enter the battlefield. So we have to do it in response to them tapping Aether Vial or something like that. Which, that was... we could actually do it... Wait, they did not. So we could do it right now, because that means that we know that they don't have a 2-drop, because they would have just Aether Vial'd it in. It's interesting that they chose not to, oh, they're going to be able to collect a company here. Did they really draw out of this? Oh, man. Alright. Appears either they're not going to collect a company or they do not have it in hand. Which either way I feel is okay for us. Ooh, perfect. So I'm just going to Ratchet Bomb here. Well, I guess everything out here. I can get rid of the Aether Vial using Ratchet Bomb, which I think can get us out of a lot of these problems, as well as if they do anything here, we can counter it somewhat. Alright. Yep, there's a Hot Free Blade. It's totally fun. This means that they do not have Collected Company in hand, which is probably pretty good for us. But now the thing is, that was a little silly, because we can actually just get rid of both of these with the Ratchet Bomb, which I feel is pretty good here. Oh, there's a Stormbreath Dragon. Yeah, so I think we just Ratchet Bomb, and then we Stormbreath Dragon. And I have a hard time believing they're going to get out of this one. Yeah, because the protection from white, so that kind of gets it out of the... Plus we have 2 removal spells in hand, which should keep them off of playing very many creatures. They would need to, like, Coco here and hit 2 really big creatures, which... It's possible, but I don't think they have it. Plus we do have Skred and Lightning Bolt, so we can get rid of both creatures, most likely. Alright, appears they're just going to pass. That is totally fine with us. And now we don't need to tap down anymore unless we draw another one. No. Alright, so now we just have all of their removal, which is a position we would like to be in. And if we draw 2 more lands, we can Monstrous the Stormbreath Dragon. But I think the game may be over before then. We can always Lightning Bolt the face as well. Alright, nope. They knew that game was over. So the question is, do we want to bring in Shattering Spree? And I kind of feel like the chance of them having turn 1 Aether Vial 3 games in a row is so low that Aether Vial on not turn 1 is not very good. Plus Shattering Spree is just going to be a dead card for the rest of the game, and I don't really like having dead cards as spells. So let's just hope that they don't have it. This can looks keepable. We don't have 2 red sources, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we do have Ratchet Bomb, which was good last game. And we also do have, ooh, they mold to 6, that's fair. Ooh, they mold to 5. If they mold to 4, this game's over. 5 is almost over, especially with Ratchet Bomb in hand. All we have to do is just out-tempo them a little bit. And plus we have Eternal Skred, which should be able to block anything. And they didn't have... So the fact that they didn't have a Plains turn 1 is really good for us because it looks like their deck is base white. So there's a chance that they just don't have any other colors. And it looks like they had to keep the 5 even though they didn't want to because they were thinking about it, which is also good for us. Or they just had a slow internet connection, but I'll stay hopeful. Alright, so we drew Lightning Bolt, that is totally good for me. Now we can basically kill their 2-drop plus we'll play Ratchet Bomb, which will let us play some other stuff. This means that I did not have Charlie Aether as well. So it looks like we're going to be able to close up this game. We have 2 pretty good finishers. Eternal Scourge is just an annoying recursive threat. And we can play it turn 2, turn 3, depending on what we draw here. Alright, so that could, that can only tap for green at the moment, which means that it is pretty bad. Man, I think they're upset. Because they're slow playing us a little bit. So the question is, do we Mind Stone this turn? I'm going to say yes. I don't want to Ratchet Bomb before I know what they're going to play, just in case we over-trigger it. Plus, if we draw a mountain here or next turn, alright, well, that means that it doesn't really matter. We need to draw another red for Anger of the Gods. So I think, well, Anger with Eternal Scourge out is totally fine. Basically just returns it to our hand. So we could plan on playing Eternal Scourge next turn to start getting in there. If they didn't draw a land here, that'd also be pretty good. Alright, they did have a land, but it's not a white land, so... The fact that they're not casting anything is good. If we draw a red source here, we just win. Yeah. So, pretty sure we just... Oh shoot, which land did we play this turn? Can I see? Oh, there's the newly controlled one, so we want to get that one. Getting slightly better at this. Please. Please work. Please tell me this works this time. Yay! I happen to always click on the one that's not newly controlled, which is very frustrating. So pretty much... So plus one more time. I don't know if we're actually going to ultimate in this game. I think it may be better just to get him with 4 force. They could land Collected Company here. Nope, they just have Metallic Mimic. So we're just going to Lightning Bolt that. I think Bolt plus Eternal Scourge is fine if we draw land. We could Bolt plus P and Kirinalar, which is also fine. Alright, we did not, so Bolt. Alright, we'll run out an Eternal Scourge. And we'll plus another mountain. And we'll get in for 4. Alright. We played Nykthos, that taps for does nothing. Yep. Alright, so we won match 1. I'll be right back with match 2.